it's my life and I want to be healthy, and I'm constantly being told that I'm self-possessive, that I'm a narcissist, because I'm doing weight loss vlogging and I'm writing a blog and I'm really focusing on myself. Welcome to the Fantastic 5 Jealousy Week. This week we've been asked a question by Little Miss Slim 2009, and that question is, excuse me while I read, how would you react to a partner or friend's discomfort or jealousy as a result of you losing weight? Would you be prepared to sacrifice your weight loss journey if this issue was influential for the continuation of your relationship? So, here goes, eh? I'm going to try and do an unedited video, and the reason why is because I have just experienced something really similar to this question right now. Excuse the hat, I'm having a bad hair day. Where to start? I have a boyfriend. When we got together, we used to comfort eat, but out of happiness, so we'd eat a lot of takeaways. And then towards the end of last year we were having some work done on the house and we would eat more takeaways because it was convenient. And around mid-December I was at my heaviest weight probably ever, and I was smoking really heavily. I had always smoked since I was 14, but it was really at an all-time high, and we decided to quit together, and we decided to do this about a week before Christmas. I successfully quit smoking, and around Christmas Eve he started again, and he, as a smoker, refused, had all these excuses, I should be able to do what I want, blah blah blah, and whereas me, having been motivated enough, couldn't understand why he didn't want to stop smoking with me and why he'd carried on and didn't have the motivation I had, and he would have quite happily at that point been okay if I started again because it kind of justified him doing it. And then we come to now, since I've started to lose weight, the only times that I've eaten badly are influenced by him. And it either starts two ways. One way will be that he'll bring really unhealthy food into the house and I won't be able to say no. Or the other way will be that he'll suggest something. He'll suggest, let's get a takeaway, or why don't we have this, or it'll be okay, you can have just the one. And we've had so many conversations where I've said, I really don't want you to do this. And I feel so upset when it happens. I feel like crying. I feel out of control. I don't yet feel like I'm in control of food. I feel like food's in control of me, and I know that there's going to be a time where I'm in control of it and I can just say no, I don't want it. But right now, for him to come into the house with unhealthy food that I want, that I would just say, can I just have one or two or three? It really upsets me because I've said time and time again, please don't do that, and he still does it. And today, for instance, he went out to the shop, came back with chocolate and crisps, 2 packets of crisps, 2 chocolate bars, and he was in the kitchen making himself a sandwich, and I said to him, please don't sit next to me with your crisps and chocolate. And what did he do? He came and sat next to me, and we have a very small sofa. It's kind of like a big single, and we squeezed together on it. And he sat next to me with his plate of crisps and chocolate. And I got really upset, and I literally had to do this and just go away, go away, go away. And I was on the verge of yelling. And he was saying, just don't have it, just don't have it. And it's easy for him because he's thin, and it's not easy for me because I just feel like it's so insensitive to me progressing. It's so insensitive to me wanting to lose weight. Even the smoking, he constantly leaves tobacco and cigarettes around the house, even though I've asked him not to, because I've smoked for 14 years, and I've only quit 6 months ago, and 14 years of smoking in 6 months is nothing. Every day is a battle with food and with cigarettes, and it's not that I'm banning foods, it's that I have emotional addictions to foods, and the best way of me coping and getting on top of my food addiction is to not be around it for now. Eventually it will get to the point where I'm in control and I can just say I don't want it. But I feel like it's kind of trying to sabotage my attempts to be healthy, because it makes him feel more unhealthy. Now, he used to always have one-upmanship on me and say, well, I drink and I smoke, but I run. You know, I run 3-4 times a week. Well, now I'm running 3-4 times a week and I don't smoke and I don't drink really, and my only vice is drinking Diet Coke. I've got a really healthy diet and exercise, and I've been doing it consistently for months now. It's kind of like, I think he feels bad because he is health conscious, but he does drink an awful lot and he smokes and eats junk, but he's skinny. I'm going off the point. I just feel really frustrated and upset, and would I go unhealthy for the sake of a relationship? No. I would rather end my relationship of 2 years than go back to my old habits. And if it got to the point where the temptations carried on, I would. I wouldn't happily do it, but it's my life and I want to be healthy, and I'm constantly being told that I'm self-possessive, that I'm a narcissist, because I'm doing weight loss vlogging and I'm writing a blog and I'm really focusing on myself. But since I was quite a young age, I've focused purely on boys, and I've let my career go out the window. I could have been so much more further on in my career right now if I hadn't had so many boyfriends, especially ones that were clingy and insecure. And I'm focusing on me this year and maybe next. And because I think if you don't love yourself, who else is going to love you, really, for who you are? And I see that he doesn't like the changes I'm making. He doesn't like that I say, you know, let's have a healthy meal when he wants a takeaway. And he doesn't like that I want to cook fries rather than him buy them. And he is getting more interested in the healthy food that I'm making and does look at it and think, oh, I'd rather have that than what I'm eating. But I don't think there's anything wrong with really focusing on myself, because it's something I've never done, and I'm fed up of being made to feel like I'm a complete narcissistic, self-possessed idiot for doing that. I want to be healthy. I'm 28. I don't want to be 40 and be obese. I want to sort this out now while I'm young, and I think in a year and a half I'm going to be at a healthy weight, but not only be at a healthy weight, I'm going to be exercising regularly, and it's going to be a permanent healthy weight. And I don't think it's going to be quick, and I think it's going to take time. And right now, to be tempted all the time, it's not helpful. I need to not be around that for a little while until I feel more in control and more able to gradually introduce the unhealthy choices again, to the point, I'm not making sense, so I can gradually introduce the idea of saying no to foods and do a lot of reading. I mean, I'm reading a lot of self-help books at the moment, and it is helping, but I'm trying to work from the inside out, and all this outside negative influences are just making me feel really crap. And it just pisses me off because he just doesn't get it. He doesn't understand how I feel when he sits next to me eating crisps or chips, how it makes me feel. And even just the suggestion of a takeaway, if he says, why don't we get a takeaway tonight, it won't leave my head. I mean, I have just said no and not gotten one, but then I've thought about it. And I've thought about it for 3 or 4 days, and then I've got one. I've wanted one. Whereas before it's been suggested, it's not in my head. And maybe I'm blaming him, I don't know, but I feel like he is trying to tempt me away from being healthy. But it's all those little one-off times that you eat takeaways that stop you from progressing. I don't want to eat takeaways, they taste disgusting. But I want to reach for them because it's what I'm familiar with, and I've rambled a lot. Please tell me how you feel about this. Is this something that you experience? I'd love to know, selfishly, for myself, because I'm so frustrated with the situation right now. Thank you for watching. Please make video responses if you'd like to. Stay tuned for Matt tomorrow. I'm looking forward to what he's been up to, and please leave him lots of lovely comments because he climbed a mountain. And that's a huge achievement, and I think he's climbing them regularly. He's like a mountain god or something. But please leave him lots of nice messages, and see you next week. Bye.